Welcome to Gentle Yoga with Ujjayi Breath on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center. Visit us on the web at urbanyoga.org or on Facebook at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center. Check out the schedule, stop by the tip jar to make contributions. Folks watching later on YouTube can subscribe to the YouTube channel for us. We'll start out today sitting, or if you'd rather kneel than sit, that's fine too, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm sitting on my blocks near the forward edge of two blocks placed end to end. This lets my pelvis tip forward and the front of my hips open. But just do whatever is right for you. Maybe you're sitting on something else, or maybe you're just on the floor. Rest your hands where they're comfortable. Palms down can help with grounding. Palms up can help with being receptive, being open. Close your eyes if you like. Focus on your breath. Letting it slow down and get deeper. Taking in the movements of your breathing, the way those movements feel in your body. Feeling your contact with the floor or whatever else you're sitting on. Thinking about the whole length of your spine, helping you sit a little taller just with that thought. Scan your body top to bottom and take in whatever sensations are there. Especially making notes of anything that doesn't feel so good. Take mental notes of any trouble spots so that during practice you can keep them in mind. Remembering, as always, that you're welcome to skip or modify whatever you might need to. Let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. Let your eyes open up if they're closed. And then I'm going to offer a breathing technique that you might incorporate into your practice today, if you like, if it works for you. And it's funny, we were chatting before I started class about some folks on Zoom. It's cold where they are this morning. It's not cold where I am, but I have a flu or a sinus infection going on. So I was looking up what's some good yoga for the symptoms I have. And it turns out that some poses that I do daily are good for it, but also it brought up a special kind of breathing, Ujjayi Breath. And not only is it good for cold symptoms, but it's good for warming you up. So if you want, you can join me in some Ujjayi Breath. What it is it's a whisper breath or oceanic breath, and it's just a little constriction of your throat. In modern terms, sometimes we call it Darth Vader breath. So it's like just closing your throat just enough to make some noise with your breath, as if you were going to clear your throat, but not quite that much, not that same degree. So I'll exaggerate mine a little bit because my microphone is 7 feet away from my throat. So if that works for you, you can incorporate that little constriction of the throat, and it may help you feel a little warmer. And maybe you've got some bug going on like I do. I hope you don't, but I won't be doing it that much. It does make it hard for me to also talk and breathe like that, but you may hear my breath a little more audibly in those moments when I'm not talking to you and cueing what to do. Let's start up at the top with the neck. Let your arms hang at your sides. Let your chin come towards your chest. And gently and slowly make circles with your head. Roll your ear towards your shoulder. Let your head tip back, look up towards the ceiling. On over towards the other shoulder. Just take your time. Go as slowly as you can stand. When you finish the next circle, change direction. And when you finish the next circle, lift your chin and look forward. And let's reach our arms out to the sides and just rest the fingertips on the floor so your spine is still nice and long. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale to come upright. As you exhale, come into a twist. Left hand behind you, right hand on your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. So seated twist is one of the poses I found when I was looking up what's good for cold or flu symptoms. Maybe you could make mental notes of these for when you get your turn with winter bugs. Maybe they'll miss you this year. Let yourself unwind, come through center. Bring your left hand to your right leg and your right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Let yourself unwind, come through center. Bring your hands in front of you and walk them forward. Find a loose Simple forward fold. Make sure to let your neck disengage, let your head hang. Breathe into your back wherever sensation shows up. Inhaling, walk your hands back, press yourself upright. Take your time to shift onto your hands and knees. You could tip forward or tip like this to one side. Get things lined up with your hips above your knees, shoulders above your wrists, hands opened up nice and wide. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, draw your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. Couple more times. Cow pose. And cat pose, nice long, slow breaths. Come back to your table. Reach back and press into the ball of your left foot. On an inhale, reach your right arm out to the side. If you like, on the next inhale, pick your left foot up, reach straight back. If you like, bend your knee, reach back, and if you can, grab your foot, ankle, or pant leg, kick into your hand, lift your knee and your chin. Release, lower down. Take a couple cow-cat breaths. Come back to your table. Reach back and press into the ball of your right foot. On an inhale, reach your left arm to the side. If you want to, on the next inhale, pick your right foot up, reach straight back. And if you like, bend your knee, reach back, see about taking that bind. Release and lower down. Take a couple more cow and cat breaths. And we're going to step forward into a forward fold. I'm going to use blocks under my hands. You're welcome to use blocks to ease the transition. Step your left foot up and step your right foot up next to it. You can keep the blocks if you like, or move them aside. Explore movement, swaying back and forth, bending one leg to the other. Both seated and standing forward folds were on the lists I found of postures that are good for alleviating flu or cold symptoms.
Inhale, lift up halfway. This was on the list too. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let your hands hang at your sides. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back and let it down. And your right shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Exhaling, you can reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or if it's in your practice, take eagle arms, intertwining your arms, pressing your hands together, then reaching forward and up. Inhale, spread your wings. As you exhale, cross the opposite way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come through center. And exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, let your arms down. Lift your left shoulder up towards your ear. Slide it back, let it down. Right shoulder up, back, down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up, reach your palms up. Look up at your hands, lift up your heart. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale up to center. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Taking a few breaths in the first plank. You can let your knees down for a shorter plank if you like. Allow your hips to come in line with your shoulders and knees, whether your knees are up or down. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Keep your elbows in towards your butt. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest to whatever height feels okay in your lower back. Exhale, rock back. Curl your toes under. Press into your feet, lift your knees. Press into your hands, lift your tail. Downward dog. Pedal your feet up and down. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down. Step back to plank. On an exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, rock back it up to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Rest your fingertips, step your right foot back, come to runner's lunge. If you prefer a shorter lunge, you could let this back knee down and uncurl these back toes. And you can always change your mind, come down lower or higher at any time. Inhale, reach forward and up, crescent lunge. If you feel unsteady here, you can reposition your feet, see if you can increase steadiness. Exhale, sink forward, lower your arms. Inhale, glide back and raise your arms. Follow your breath a few more times. So sometimes maybe you think, oh, I'll do the high lunge, and then when you start to move, it's too much. You can always change your mind. Just be gentle, letting the knee down. You don't want to bang your knee on the floor. From the top of the movement here, let's twist. Reach your right hand back, reach your left hand forward. You can drop your left hand to your knee if you start to feel too wobbly. Sometimes the twist is the point where you decide to drop the back knee and go lower. Come through center, hands by your heart, and then twist to the left. Come through center, hands by your heart. Bring your hands down to the floor. Step your left foot back to your right. Nod your head. And shake your head. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back, runner's lunge. And if you want, let the left knee down, uncurl the left toes. When you're ready, inhale, reach forward and up, crescent lunge. Start to rock forward and back. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, glide up. And from the top of the movement, twist to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Come through center. Bring your hands down. Step your right foot back to your left. Take 3 cleansing breaths and make your way to child's pose. Vary your child's pose in any way you like. By the way, both downward facing dog and child's pose were also poses noted as being good for cold or flu symptoms. So I was happily surprised to find how many things that I do on a regular basis were on that list. Inhale, come forward and up to table. Exhale, press back and up to downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Now bring your blocks in here. Set them shoulder width apart. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do a sequence next and work into a straddle folds with some twists. These were not things that I found listed for cold and flu symptoms. We're not going to do just that. And of course, there were some things I found listed that we're not going to do at all. This is gentle class, so we won't do headstand or shoulder stand unless you want to. When we do Happy Baby later, you can do, maybe I'll do a headstand. But I'm not going to ask you to. I don't try to teach headstands on Zoom. And there were poses I just can't do, like turtle pose and advanced turtle pose, where your ankles are behind your head. I can't do those things. We'll keep it gentle. I think we've all done the straddle fold together before. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Rest your hands on the blocks. Step your right foot back to runner's lunge. Now we're going to pivot 90 degrees and take the blocks with us. So start to walk to the right. Let your feet pivot. So let the back heel spin down. Let your toes point out, your heels point in, and let your knees be soft. You can have whatever degree of bend in your knees you want. We don't want any locked knees here. And maybe you want your feet further apart, just whatever feels right in your body. Let your neck disengage. your head just hang down. Now, everybody's different. Maybe you keep the blocks just like this, or you tip them to the lower position, or maybe you can grab the floor without the blocks. Wherever you're at, there's no shame in using blocks. Walk your hands in closer. Now, if you want to, you can pause here. You can rotate your hands 180 degrees, so your fingers point back, and then keep walking back. Or you can skip rotating and see about walking back further, with or without your blocks. And just breathe into the back of your body, wherever you feel the most sensation going on. We're lengthening a lot here. We're lengthening just about everything in the back of the body. Slowly start to walk your hands forward. And if you rotated them, rotate them the other way again. Keep coming forward. Bring your left hand right below your face. Now, I can do this without the block, but I find I get a deeper twist with the block. So I'm going to bring my block back in here. Plant your left hand right under your face. Lean into it. Inhaling, reach your right arm out and up and look up at your hand. On an exhale, bring your hand down, switch, plant that hand below your face, lean into it, inhale, reach your left arm out and up, and look up towards your hand. On an exhale, bring your hand down. We're gonna go back to the straddle fold where we started. I'm gonna use the blocks to do it. You decide when you use your blocks or not. Just pivot, walk back over here where we started. We're going to switch to the other runner's lunge. You could step back to down dog or step forward to forward fold. So we all end up in the other runner's lunge with the left foot back, right foot forward. And maybe we pause here for a drink. I need to. Sore throat is part of what I've got going on. And just nice and slowly pivot 90 degrees over here. Toes out, heels in, knees soft, neck disengaged. Decide what you want to do with your blocks. Start walking back. Just because it might feel easier because you already did it, but that's not a reason to rush. Take your time exploring. Maybe you turn your hands around. Or maybe you keep walking further back. Maybe it doesn't feel easier the second time. Maybe it doesn't go deeper. It's often the case, but it doesn't have to be. We'll start to come forward. If you turn your hands around, turn them again. Keep coming forward. With your right hand below your face, inhale, reach your left arm out and up, then look up at your hand. On an exhale, bring that hand down, switch, plant that hand below your face, lean into it. Inhale, reach your other hand out and up and look up at your hand. On an exhale, bring your hand down. Grab your blocks again if you like. Go back to the runner's lunge where we started. Pivot 90 degrees over here to our runner's lunge. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And next we'll play with some balancing, maybe standing on one foot. If you like to use the wall or a steady piece of furniture to hold on to, or just to have there in case you want to hold it, feel free to step over to your support. Hands by your heart, shift your weight from one leg to the other, feet on the ground. When you're ready, bring the weight into your left leg. Pick up your right knee. Open it out to the side. And bring your foot to your leg. You can have your toes on the ground, heel on your ankle, or the sole of the foot on the calf, or your foot on your thigh. And you can keep pressing your hands here for steadiness, or let them explore whatever movement, whatever shape you want. There's our friend who lost signal coming back in through the waiting room. You don't have to come out. Somebody who's having signal issues took an unwanted break. Welcome back. You can start over anytime. Sometimes it's a choice, sometimes it's not. Sometimes we just fall. Bring your hands back to your heart. Bring your knee forward. Let your foot down. Shake things out. Any shaking you want. Maybe it's a little dance. Maybe you water your tree like I'm doing here. It's not cold here this morning. In fact, it's not morning here, but this morning it wasn't cold either. Hands by your heart, shift side to side. When you're ready, bring the weight into your right leg and pick up your left knee. Open out to the side and bring your foot to your right. Do whatever you like with your arms. Folks on YouTube, if anybody's new to us, I'm in Cozumel, Mexico, and everybody on Zoom at the moment is in Palm Springs, California. It's good for me to demonstrate falling sometimes. If you fall, you're human. If you get up there, you're friend and colleague Becky Thompson taught me that. Bring your hands back to your heart if they're elsewhere, and bring your knee forward, and let your foot down, and shake things out. And let's have a seat. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold down over your legs, let your knees bend as much as they want to. As you inhale, think of coming forward. As you exhale, think of lowering down. So seated forward bend was also among the things I found. Postures that are good to alleviate cold or flu symptoms. And as we're in December, and it's getting cold now, forward bends are also known too to help alleviate depression. And depression comes in different forms. It doesn't have to be clinical depression. It can be that seasonal affective disorder, that shorter term stuff that we all get sometimes. The more we learn about how the body, the mind, and spirit work together, the more we can self-regulate, help ourselves out. Inhaling slowly, walk your hands up your legs and sit yourself up. Use your arms to help your legs. Bring your knees out to the side, bring the soles of your feet together, and bring your feet in as close as you can. Interlace your fingers, hold your toes between your hands. Wriggle on your seat to bring the bones in your seat closer to the floor, tilting your pelvis forward and opening your hips. So this is called bound angle pose. This is also a good one for your cold and for my cold and flu symptoms. Not presuming any of you have symptoms, but I do. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, keeping your spine long at first. And just see how far the long spine wants to go. Wherever the long spine stops lowering, then let your head lower, let your neck release. Breathe into your hips. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, slowly sit up. Keep your feet together, move them further out so there's a big space between your pelvis and your heels. Reach over and in front of your ankles or under your ankles and walk your hands forward along the neck. Let your neck disengage again and your head hang down and breathe into your back. Inhaling, walk your hands back. Lifting your torso upright. Use your hands to nudge your knees towards each other. Rest your feet on the floor. Bring your hands behind you. Scoot forward towards your heels. Come down onto your back. Set up for bridge pose. And yes, bridge pose was also among those listed to help with alleviating flu or cold symptoms. You can place a block between your knees if you like, on the middle position, setting your knees the same distance apart as your hips. Press into your feet, inhale, lift your hips up. If you want a deeper heart opener, you can clasp your hands under you, reach your knuckles towards your heels, and wiggle your shoulder blades in towards each other. If you're clasping your hands, let them go. Exhale, slowly let your hips down. Pull it up and down a few times at your own pace. Inhale to go up. And exhale to go down. Maybe working in Ujjayi Breath if you've been enjoying that. And let's take supported bridge. Next time you lift up, pause at the top of the movement. Put a block or other prop here under your sacrum and come down to rest on your prop. Allowing your body to relax against that support, letting things melt around it. Press into your feet, inhale, lift up, off the prop, slide it out from underneath. Exhale, slowly lower down. Move those props out of the way. Draw your knees towards your chest, plug your knees, rock and roll, massaging your back against the floor. And let's grab our straps. We'll do the 1 minute for each position version of our strap sequence. Run the strap under your feet, put one end in each hand. Sometimes we do 2 minutes, sometimes we only do a half minute. Today we'll go with 1 minute. But before the time part, reach the hands and feet up, stay grounded in the back of your head and shoulder blades and sacrum. Point your toes up at the ceiling. Point your toes down towards your face. Let your feet relax. Slide them away from each other. Slide them back towards each other. Take your right foot out of the strap. Press the back of your right leg against the floor, right heel and right calf. Reach your left arm out to the side, palm facing up. Draw your leg over to the right, turn your head to the left, and try to let your shoulders stay on the floor. Seeing where the leg wants to go, adjusting the tension on the strap as needed to help your leg go further, or to let it relax, or to back off. Bring everything back up to center. Now take the strap in your left hand. Press your right hand down on the front of your right hip. Let your limbs fall to the left, keeping the right side of the pelvis from rolling to the left, keeping that right cheek on the floor. Nice and gently come back up to center. Raise your right leg, step into the strap. Take your left foot out, press the back of your left leg down, and flex your left foot back towards you. Reach your right arm to the side. Draw your leg to the left and turn your head to the right. Bring it all back up to center. Take the strap in your right hand, press down on the front of your left hip, let your limbs fall over to the right. And very gently come back up. Lift your left leg, draw your knees in, set your strap aside. You can reach your feet up, grab your legs or your feet and play with happy baby pose. Or if you like, you can do a shoulder stand or another gentle inversion that was listed among the things that are good for cold and flu symptoms is legs up the wall. And if you don't have a clear wall space where you're practicing to put your legs on the wall, it's okay to put your legs on the furniture. Maybe it's the front of a dresser. It could be legs bent and resting on the seat of a chair or the couch or the bed. And try a supported inversion instead of your happy baby pose. Maybe you feel like a more active inversion like a shoulder stand or like a headstand. I thought earlier I might feel like a headstand. I absolutely do not feel like doing a headstand now, so I won't. I'm going to do this. You can invert for as long as you like. One of the nice things about a supported inversion, like legs up the wall, is that you can also do this for Shavasana if you want to. You could just stay with your legs resting on the support of your wall or your furniture instead of coming to corpse pose. But you can absolutely conclude your practice in whatever posture is comfortable for you. So when you're ready, find your comfortable stillness. If you like, close your eyes. Maybe focus on your breath. Maybe there's something else you have in mind you'd like to focus on. Or perhaps just give yourself permission not to focus. Start taking some deeper breaths. And moving around bit by bit. Letting your movements grow bigger and bigger. Take your time, move mindfully, and when you're ready, you can gently sit yourself up. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for sharing practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within each of you. Namaste. Have a great day. I will see you next time.